Are you in heat? She's by herself. The herd is way out here. And we call this the boyfriend corner, because when they stand here and yell, they're talking to the bucks, which are over here. Do you want that? Well, all right. That's not what I thought we were going to be filming this morning, but I'm glad I saw her and I'm glad that I listened to my gut, because apparently the breeding that she got last month didn't take. I'm going to leave her in here a little while, and then I will pull out Schwenli, who I know got bred last night. I saw that, and Christine, and put them on the bigger pasture, because there's a lot more food and forage still available at the pond, and we're going to go check that out. But first we need to let the babies out. Good morning. How are you doing? Come on, babies. Let's go play. Pesky here is one of our does that is set to kid in November. She's got a good baby bump going on. Pesky. Mayhem as well. This goat here, she's due in November, and then Idle in here is due in December. So for people who have been here with our kidding seasons in the past, this is Dinky's mom right here. Come here, turn. Oh, be nice, Morsey. And this is Boba's mom. That seat's right there if you want it. I actually did get an update photograph of Dinky at his new farm, and I'm going to stick that right here. He is big, healthy, and gorgeous. I had a couple questions about our meat goats, and they are actually due to be butchered next weekend and the weekend after. We actually have 4 goats that we're raising for meat. They have kind of meat genetics in them, but generally they're just mutt goats. But meat is meat to us. This is our first year raising our own goat meat on our homestead. They are looking quite big and quite beautiful, huh, baby? Our meat goats were born on Christmas Day, so right now they are reaching 10 months old, and that's probably the maximum that I would want to take them out, mostly because right now our pasture is pretty much dead. We're going to go out there and look at it, but I'm going to start feeding hay really soon, and I'd rather not like waste hay when the meat goats are of good size. So Schwenli, she is one of our goats that we like to keep back their babies for meat. She's part Kiko, part Nubian. We're breeding her to our La Mancha buck. So they're going to be lovely mutts, but they should still grow nicely for meat for our freezer for next year. And I planned to breed Schwenli at this time so that she can kid and have the babies basically grow on grass during our growing season. So she will kid in March, and our grass doesn't really start growing until April, but in the first couple weeks the babies are just mostly drinking milk anyways, and any kind of hay or grain that they do happen to take from mama is pretty negligible. So our cost into our meat is very, very low. Let's see if I can get any of them to follow me out to the pond, where I think we still have a few green things growing. We'll at least have Calamity, because, you know, it's the Calamity show. my husband mowed this field shortly before these babies were born, and it was green at the time of mowing. It's not green anymore. I looked at our drought map, and we are not technically in a drought right now for this area, but we had a really drought-filled year here in southwestern Kentucky, and our pond is really showing the effects of that.
I feel like I've been here before, familiar with the view, the same I've seen you. And every time that you walk through the door, I'm hit by the same old side, blinded by the lights, and I'm going through changes, but it's easier with you. I'm going through changes, and so are you.
So I have noticed from watching them from afar that the goats are spending a lot of time at the pond lately, and I think that's likely because their pasture is basically dead at this point, and so they have something awesome to forage on the trees down here. There's still quite a lot of brush down here that is living and is providing them food right now, so I haven't really had to feed hay. Oh gosh. Thank you. Do you need more help? Okay. God, I need to not let her do this because when she's 180 pounds, this is not gonna work. I guess I'll boost you for now, huh? Calamity, go. Ugh. All of this here though, this used to be underwater. I took a clip of me crouching in this exact area not long ago, and I'm pretty sure the water was a lot closer to where I am right now. So there's a little bit of green grass for them to chew on back here, but mostly they're a fan of the brush. So when I'm looking at a goat and determining if they have had enough to eat, I'm actually checking their rumen, which is on this side of the goat. So left is lunch, this is where their rumen is, and when they're pregnant, right is rugrats, and this is where you'll be able to feel babies moving, but Calamity is not pregnant. So at the end of every day, I scan over everyone and make sure they have a nice full rumen. If I notice that the rumens are looking a lot less full than normal, or they're acting kind of ravenous, that is when I'm gonna start feeding hay. But so far, it doesn't look like we have to. I'm gonna walk to the other side and see what it looks like from that angle. It does look like Pepper has returned to the barn with her baby, but Rory's over here munching, and I guess they're probably okay. That this side of the pond is quite deep. It looks a lot better from this side. I'm not normally on that other side of the pond because it hasn't hasn't normally been accessible.
I'm seeing lots of green over here too. That's a good sign.
Over here, there's also a whole lot of blackberry bramble. So they have a nice variety of forage over here. That's why as soon as Christine is bred, or I know she's bred, but as soon as she has been good and bred for, you know, a whole day or so of being in heat and being with the buck, I really want to move her and Finley over here. There's so much more for them to eat over here. Pretty sure the rest of the herd has gone back to the barn, so we're gonna head that way too and check on the babies. Come on, girls. They're actually not back yet, they're over there. Let's go see the babies anyway. Huh? Come on, let's go. Rory's babies are fine. Looks like Aunt Pepper's been doing a good job babysitting. And because we have babies bouncing around the barn, it's probably pretty obvious that we have started our kidding season already, even though we are still in the midst of our breeding season, obviously. I made a kidding season playlist for this season's babies. There's only 2 births in there right now, but there will be more to come.